Stampin' friends, it's Judy Anderson with JudyStamps.com. I have heard from so many of you that you wanted to learn how I created this card. I've already shown you how I did the background in another video, and I built the snowman in another video. So in this one, I'm just going to show you the elements of the card. I used a card base. I cut a piece of cherry cobbler to measure 5.5 by 8.5 and scored it at 4 1/4. This piece of smoky slate is 4 by 5 1/4. The banner measures 2, and I cut it 2 by 4 1/4. Okay, with that being said, I am not going to make the card. I know you guys wanted to learn how to make the card. However, I need to make a treat. I know for this upcoming holiday season and the winter season, I give the neighbor kids treats all the time, and I always give them in goodie bags. So I thought I'd get a jump start. I know it's only July, but you know what? Christmas in July, right? Well, winter in July as this case goes. So to begin with, I still cut my pieces. I cut the 2" by 4 1/4" piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to emboss it with a Decorative Dots embossing folder to give it the appearance of snow. Let me grab this, my Big Shot. You know how to layer it all on there. So it goes in there, have my plate on the bottom, plate on the top, and I'm running it through the Big Shot. Coming back again because I just don't have room on my table. My camera's there, and if I went all the way through, I'd knock my camera over. Okay, we'll move that to the side. Remove this and see how we have those little, let me see if there you go, you can see it there. All those snowflakes coming down. Now I'm going to take my Simply Score tool, and this piece measures 8.5 by 4.5. I'm going to turn it so the 8.5" side is along the top of my Simply Score. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4, at 3 7/8. So that's that little line right before the 4 inches. And then I'm going to go up 3/8, 1, 2, 3 little lines up from the 4 1/4 and score it again. And that's going to make our little holder for our cello bag or our treat. I'm not going to fold it yet because I had this piece that I showed you how to create before, and I want to cut it down. And I'm going to want to cut it down because this measures to the first score line. It measures at 4 inches, and this is 5.5 inches long. So I'm going to take my paper cutter. I'm going to leave it 4 1/4 wide, but I'm going to cut it at 3 7/8. And you know me, I'll use that scrap piece on another project. Okay, that goes all the way to the bottom, which is how I want it. I'm going to take my all-purpose adhesive, just put some on the back to adhere it on, and I'm going to set it all the way to the top. Okay, I'm going to unravel it here, and I'm just going to hold it on here. Now remember, some of this might stick over the top. I haven't quite decided yet. I really didn't design this yet. I just decided, well, you guys are wanting this video. I'm going to go ahead and do it for you. Take that and just tie a knot real quick. I hear from so many of you, how do you tie those knots when you have such short little pieces? Well, you do it enough times, you'll get it done. That's my motto. Okay, and just pull the tail through. And it's loose enough that it's going to move around a little bit. I'm going to take a couple of dimensionals here. Yep, I just have ends left here, but that's okay. And take my paper snips. Now when you're putting the dimensionals on this, you are going to want to make sure you put one behind his hat to help support that also. No waste with these dimensionals. Stick one on there. I use every little piece of those. I usually use them for shaker cards because you can manipulate them around circles or whatever shape you are going around. Okay, just remove the protective coating on there. I've been doing gardening and my nails aren't what they normally are. Let's just say I have no nails. Okay, we're just going to set him right here at the bottom. Okay, let's set that all aside right now. Close up our glue so it doesn't dry up. And I have a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock here. And we're going to grab the little bird image out of our Sprinkles of Life stamp set. Now don't forget that $3 for every set that's sold goes towards the Ronald McDonald House Foundation. I think it's a great foundation. My team and I are always making cards as service projects to bring to them, to our local houses. I'm just going to take a little Memento ink, stamp a little birdie. While we have that Memento ink out, sorry, my throat, got a little frog in there. I'm going to go ahead and do the verse. I'm so lucky to call you my friend. And I am actually stamping this on one of those half-inch pieces. You know how when you do your layers of on your cards and you have that half-inch piece of Whisper White? Well, I am using that for this banner. Let's close that back up. Just going to take our paper snips, snip up for the banner real quick. I go up the middle and then meet each leg, and it usually is pretty even. And I'm going to leave this a little bit longer so I can tuck it under. Okay, we're going to take our tree builder punch again and just put it in here. I'm going to go this way so I don't waste too much paper. Just slide it right in here. Whoops. And line it up. And when I punch these after I stamp, because it's a small piece, I put my finger over the top so it doesn't go flying. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a dimensional. I'll just rip this one and stick it underneath the banner. I am probably going to shorten it a little bit, so I need to cut it real quick. You could use your all-purpose adhesive for this too if you wanted. I'm just going to slip this right there and find my little bird. A little bit of adhesive on there. Stick him above the knot, just like so. And you know what? I am going to trim the top of that off. And I'm just going to use my scissors. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just cut that off. And I'm going to use dimensionals for this. And this is where those ends come in handy, because I'm going to use a strip of 3 from the end to attach it. And then I'm going to attach just one towards the middle so it doesn't fall off. And just like that. Okay, now we're going to do the folds. I'm just going to fold this down, accordion style, and up and down again. And my treat holder is all ready for a little treat. I'll just staple each side and put a little treat, maybe some popcorn with a little note inside for those cold winter nights that they can have their treat. What little child or adult wouldn't love to have a little gift in this? So there you go. I am so happy to hear from so many of you, and if there's something else you'd like me to bring you on one of my videos, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Until next time, happy stamping!